So you want to live in Lake Nona, but the prices are way too high for you now? Well, on this video, we're going to talk about some of the surrounding areas with the same zip code as Lake Nona, but not the same pricing. And we're getting to it right now. My name is June Kranick, and on this channel we do videos every single week of what it's actually like to live in Orlando and Central Florida. So if that's the information that you want and need, well then do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and click the bell below so that you're notified every time we do a new video. We have people calling us every single week, and my team and myself, we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about moving to Orlando or Central Florida, well then send us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however you wish to connect, because we got you covered when it comes to moving to Orlando and Central Florida. So we've talked very extensively about the Lake Nona area. Lake Nona is 17 square miles, and there are surrounding areas around Lake Nona that may not have the same price point as Lake Nona. Honestly, houses don't start under $500,000, reasonably. So it's pretty fair to say for some people that prices them out of the market. So we're gonna talk about an area right now today about Sawgrass and Weatherby Road, which is within that Lake Nona zip code, but not within the Lake Nona zip code prices. Well, the area that we're going to talk about today, which is area code 32824, is near and dear to me because it's where I live. I did not choose this because it was the same zip code as Lake Nona, even though I do love Lake Nona and I don't mind sharing the zip code. But I chose this house because of the location and the ease of getting onto the 417, the Turnpike, 528, I-4, on and on and on. So I just like this area, and I love that it's very close to the airport. Like when I say close, you can see the planes, you can hear the planes. It takes less than 10 minutes to get to the airport. So with that all being said, that's why I chose this area. So the first place we're going to talk about is called Sawgrass, and pretty much every subdivision down Weatherby Road is Sawgrass, Lakes of Sawgrass, Sawgrass Preserve, Sawgrass, Sawgrass, Sawgrass. So I'm showing a video right now of the area, and it's a beautiful community. This community has probably been around, the longest it's been around is about, and I'm talking about the different phases, is about 7 to 8 years. The home I purchased in the first area that I'm showing you is actually under 3 years old. So you can see it's a smaller subdivision. It does have a nice little community pool. They don't go all out bells and whistles with amenities, and some people really like the amenities and some people, like myself, not so much. So I don't want to have to pay for amenities if I'm not going to use them. So the HOA in this general area is only $70 a month to give you a frame of reference. So with that, all you get is a pool, and you get a beautiful maintained area that has flowers and a beautiful water fountain and whatever. So that's the good part. The not so good part for me is that it sits on Weatherby Road. Now, years ago, Weatherby Road used to be barren. It was empty. There was not even street lights, and you could dip down Weatherby Road and shoot up to Orange Avenue quickly because there was no traffic. Well, progression in Orlando, Florida has changed that. So this is actually considered Meadowwoods, even though there's the old section of Meadowwoods, which I'm not even going to show you houses of. They need a little love. There's some good opportunities for fixer-uppers or for some investments, but not really if you're looking in that price range of about 300 to about 500,000. The homes in this area range from 1,600, give or take square feet, all the way up to like 4,000. So you can get a 5 or 6 bedroom house and you get a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. So that's just to give you a little idea of what's in the general area. So then I came up to the stop sign where I usually turn left, and I go up to Weatherby Road, and I'm off on my way on my day. But today I decided, let's see what's back here. It's kind of embarrassing to say that I didn't even realize all that was back there. It's got a beautiful area, a nice like picnic area, and it's got an area for kids, like a playground and a soccer field and basketball courts and even tennis courts. So there is a lot more to Sawgrass than I actually knew. And then I also drove down in some of those existing homes back there, and some really beautiful homes. Not the same builder. The last phase, I should say, of Sawgrass was Park Square Homes. So I think maybe that was Lennar back there. There's a multitude of different builders in that back area, which I'm showing you some footage of. Also, I'm showing you footage of the townhomes that are back there, because what I'm finding is in almost all of the new communities, they show a range of townhomes, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 4 bedroom, 5, 6, and up into what we refer to as McMansions. Now again, these homes are not spread out. There is not a lot of land. My house, it's embarrassing. I mean, I can barely walk in between myself and my neighbor's house, and I bought the house long distance because I had relocated to Washington, D.C. Big mistake. I always recommend having somebody to really have your back when relocating, and that's why I'm so passionate about it, because of some of the mistakes I made. I probably would have never bought a house that's right on a busy road, and I definitely wouldn't have bought a house that's so close to my neighbors, even though my neighbors are lovely and they're the quietest human beings on earth, and they are saints. So that's the good news. Anyway, so I come up out of the Sawgrass and I turn right and I go down to the reserve at Sawgrass. And it's basically the same kind of setup. Beautiful homes, different builders, soccer field, basketball field, all of the community things. They have their own pool. I am not sure of the HOA. Probably a good frame of reference for an area like this is about $100 a month or less. Now there's some parts of Orlando, definitely Lake Nona, where the HOA is $700 a month. So 100 looks pretty darn good. But then again, there's the basic amenities, but it's not a resort style. Whenever you buy at a resort style area, you're gonna pay for resort style amenities. So then across the street from the reserve is South Creek Middle School, which by the way is now a B-rated school. They've kind of moved up in the ranking. So I have a couple pictures of that. And then you can also see the kids playing out on the field. It does my heart good to see kids playing outside, running, using their body, activities. It's what I used to live for as a child, was recess and any kind of sports. And I also went back into what they call Woodland Park. Now, Woodland Park is all Taylor Morrison, and it is a beautiful area. It actually has 494 units. Now, it is a large subdivision, and they are almost sold out. I actually drove by an area where they're still building, which I had no idea that there was still a couple home sites left. These homes range from anywhere from 1,588 square feet to over 4,400. And in these, in the video footage, you can definitely see there's some Mac Daddy homes. It's really, really a beautiful area. They have a, I'm sneaking and looking at my notes. They have a community pavilion, of course, a pool, multi-purpose field, meaning baseball, soccer. So they have all the playground, all of that kind of stuff. And again, the HOA is about the same in that range. These homes start at 400, which says once you put in a sink, you're at 500,000. I would not say 400,000. I took a client over there, and the salesperson, which actually was discouraging my client from purchasing there, which I found a little offensive. She was like, it starts at 400 and it actually is about 500 and there's no inventory and there's a waiting list. And my client was like, okay, I guess we're leaving. So, and just so you know, in this general area that I've referred to, there are 46 homes on the MLS in the 32824 area code. Now these homes range anywhere from 203,000, which I don't know what to tell you for 203,000, maybe a townhome, all the way up to 1.7 million, which I was surprised. That 1.7 million is on a couple acres. It's a 6,000 square foot house. It's got beautiful land. It was a pretty beautiful home. Needs a little love, maybe a little updating, but still a great opportunity if you want a big piece of land. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's between 5 to 10 acres. So the average being around 400,000 to 500,000, which seems to be kind of the sweet spot. You can find homes in the 300,000 that are nice, closer to 400 when you're getting in the 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom. Well, you know, you can just do the math. Again, the nice part about this area is the location. The location of the 417 being just a couple minutes away, a quick drive. That 417 takes off to the turnpike. You can also hit the 528, which takes you to the beaches, which takes about 30 minutes. So it's in a really great area with all of the major highways. And of course, the turnpike will take you to our beloved I-4, which I moved out to this area, so I never had to drive on I-4. Anyway, so that's the good news. And some of the not so good news is there's not a whole lot close by right now to do in this area. There is, of course, Publix, which is the Lake Nona Publix, and then there's the Walmart over off of Landstar. There's a couple gyms. There's all of the bells and whistles of a typical barber shop, nail salon, things like that. But there's no very super cool restaurants. There's a couple chains. I'm kind of more of a fan of the independent restaurants. I think they're more interesting. But some people love the chains and some people like a combination of the two. What I can say is it's just a short ride to Lake Nona, which a lot of people absolutely love Lake Nona, and you can find Chroma and Boxy Park and all of the great places to go over in the Lake Nona area. So there's a lot close by, but it's certainly there's no walkability in this area. If you're getting any value out of this video, do me a favor, hit that like button below and comment and tell us what you're looking for and what kind of videos we need to come out with next. I did want to make mention that Taylor Morrison is also building townhomes, which I'll show some of that in the video footage. And also on down the road, if you're heading towards the airport on the right-hand side, D.R. Horton has a brand new townhomes called South Creek. And they start at $318,000, which I was a little surprised to hear that. That is on, right on the cusp, they're calling it Lake Nona. And then if you turn right, down the ways is one of the largest Amazons in the state of Florida. So it's nice to have Amazon right around the corner because a lot of times your stuff is delivered same day. So as I drive down the road, we're heading down towards what we consider the older subdivision, and it's called Weatherby Lakes. And I drove through a little part of that area. These give you an opportunity to maybe purchase a home that needs some updating, needs a little love. Some do, some don't, and may not be in that $400,000 and $500,000 range. Now there are some large homes, but there are some 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And some great opportunities there. But right next door to it is Weatherby Elementary, and this is the good news, bad news, is certain times of the day makes it very dicey driving up Weatherby, which is the only road that you have to get A to B. And I show footage because I was like, darn it, Why did I go at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when the kids are getting out? So I sat for about 15, 20 minutes and barely got pictures of the elementary school. So it does cause a little bottleneck there, of course, in the mornings. On Wednesdays when the kids get out early, which I seem to always time it for that, I think it's around 2:15, and then at the end of their typical day, which is around 3 o'clock. So it kind of backs up traffic, but that's the other negative to that area is the schools. There's 2 schools within a mile of each other. Weatherby Elementary is now a B-, so the public schools are starting to go up, which I'm thrilled about because we have to rely on public schools for our kids. And so then lastly, when I came out of that area, when I briskly made a U-turn to get out of that traffic, I went into another part of Sawgrass, which I think is Sawgrass Reserve. No, the reserves at Sawgrass, one of those. I show the picture. And this is actually KB Homes. And again, these are beautiful homes, same kind of setup, small community, smaller community, community pool, little basketball courts, things like that. But these are all the homes kind of lined up down Weatherby, which fall into the Lake Nona zip code, but maybe not give you the Lake Nona prices. So today we were talking about some of the surrounding areas around Lake Nona that have the same zip code, but maybe don't have the same cost, if you will, for purchasing a home. But if this isn't the information that you're looking for, it's not really your jam, well, you have to let us know. You have to reach out. You have to tell us what you need. That's what we're here for. We're here to make your relocation process as smooth and painless and seamless as possible. So like I said earlier, shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however you wish to connect, because we got you covered when it comes to moving to Orlando and Central Florida. And we'll see you on the next video.